Hello guys, welcome to my build Shadow Cascade plus Synchronized Strike. Today I'm going to show you my build. This is a very fun build to play. You are very fast with this and you can kill a lot of mobs.
Not happening.
Uh, this build is so amazing, like you can enjoy it. You have a fast gameplay, you can transport, you can use shift to move to anywhere that you want. So it's a very good build. I love to use Shadow Cascade plus Synchronized Strike. So if you love these skills, just check the gameplay that you can see that I claim this echo very fast. So it's a very nice build. Plus I'm using a low life build. As you can see that I don't have any HP here, but I have a lot of ward. So I will show you how to build, which items you're going to need, also which skills that you're going to put, or the passives, and also I'm going to show you that you can kill Aberroth with this build. So it's not difficult at all because
Not happening.
you have a high maintain of your life. Like you won't die uh, by by first hit on Aberroth, so I think that you'll be fine with this build. So once you reach there, unfortunately, I noticed that Shadow Cascade can progress more further. I'm not sure, but I haven't seen a build like this progressing through Uber Aberroth, for example, because in order to kill Uber Aberroth, I think that you need a lot of damage, and then this build can't scale much because Shadow Cascade doesn't scale. It doesn't have any unique item that will improve this. I think this is a little bit of sad because this is a very nice skill. I really love this combo when you use Synchronized Strike and then Shadow Cascade, but unfortunately I think there's a limit for this skill in order to achieve a greater damage. But let's not talk no more. I will show you how to kill Aberroth with this build, and then I'm going to explain you all the steps that you are going to make and in order to create this build, okay?
Face us yourself. Not happening.
Enough of this, Harbingers. Entertain my dear sister for a moment.
Traveler, don't worry about me.
Such wasted potential. All of this would have welcomed you. You find the void hungers.
Not happening.
You can rest now.
So one thing that we can do, we can just go to the arena here at the Divine Era, and here we have some.
Not
We can
happening.
do some tests here. Okay, so we have this training dummy. I always, so here's a tip. I always ask you to test your damage before switching weapons, before switching gear. This is how I know that this build is good, and how the things that I'm going to put here is good as well. Okay, because you might think that you can just have a high melee damage, or I don't know, another stats that you think might it's good. So just come here and test in the dummy, and then you can check the damage here. Okay, so you can see that with this build, we are reaching around 1800, 1900k of damage, as you can see here. So it's a very good damage, I think. I really like to keep it more, but with a different build, so which I didn't have any survivability at all. So my character was very squishy. So that's why I put a ward, a low life build, because I didn't want to die getting one hit all the time, and it was really driving me nuts because it's very annoying for you to get a character that you like Bladedancer, but you get one hit and then you die all the time. So it was very annoying. That's why I switched to this ward build, because I didn't, like, I just couldn't stand dying all the time, getting one hit and then just die all the time. So that's why I just switched it to this build. So one thing that I want to show here first is that this build rely on two weaver items that are fully random. Okay, so what this means, because these status here, as you can see, they are just fully random. They come here from the weaver items, where you can see weaver's wheel here. Okay, so basically you're going to get an item. Okay, I didn't need to keep this item in order to review the status on the item. So there is an alternative to do that, is just by putting these weaver's wheel item in the forge, and then you have to use the rune of weaving. So basically this is going to automatically roll the status of this item. Okay, so as you can see, I have these prefixes and then these suffixes in this item. So basically can just click in to weave, and then it will either add a new prefix, or yes, it's going to add only a prefix, because you can have only two prefixes and then two suffixes. Okay, so basically this might add a new prefix, or it might change the actual prefix or suffix. So for instance, I'm going to use this. As you can see, it's just T1, T1, and tier 5. So I can just click, and then I can see that it just added a new prefix on this item. So this is a faster way for you to review weaver items. Okay, so basically this build is using a Caesar of Atropos. You can farm this item here at the, I just forgot the one that is Lost Wood Fully. Lost Wood Fully is the one that you're going to farm this item. Just search on Last Epoch tools as well in order to search the item drop. This is a very good item because it's going to give us a high melee damage. As you can see, it's going to have melee damage on the implicit as 25 plus, and then on the description you can have plus 5 50 melee damage. And also this item increase directly our attack speed, and it's also given to us plus 2 to melee attacks. So this is a very awesome item. This is going to increase our skill levels plus 2. So it's a must-have item in this build. So for the prefix and suffix, I just ran this physical damage. Was the best that I could find. Unfortunately, I wasn't lucky with this item, so I tried many times to get a better item, but was the best that I got. So as you can see, I had a previous version of it which had a lot of melee damage and fire damage. As you can see, both are T7. But I switched to this one because this one basically deals more damage. So what you can do is just come here and then testing the dummy. As you can see, Shadow Cascade, it's scaling almost at 1900 1900k of damage. See? So if I just put this item right here, and then I will have to level up my skills again. Don't forget that, because the game just reset your skills based when you change a weapon that has level on the skill. So you have to level up the notes again. So don't forget it, because this is very important to increase our damage. So we're going to just revert this and add the same skills that I had previously, and then I'm going just to test with this new weapon here. So you can see that I'm achieving a greater damage, around 800k. It's also a very good weapon, so this is my advice: always test all your Weaver weapons that you might think that it has a good status on it, because it maybe will just be right for you, right? Like this weapon is also a good alternative. It's giving to me a lot of fire damage, so it also scales on the final damage as well as melee, and it has a chance to choke. So just pay attention on the prefix and suffix and test on the dummy which weapon you're achieving a greater damage. So this dummy will help you to understand where you're going with the damage. Okay, I'm going to stick with this one that is giving to me physical damage. As you could see, I was achieving just a little bit of greater damage, not so much, but it was still higher, right? Second item, the chest. This chest here is to build the low life build. Okay, so basically I'm going to just let me explain first how these items work, because the unique status on it, it's telling that 20% of our current health lost per second. So basically we will lose HP each second. So as you can see, that's why I have low life. So this unique passive is going to cause this, and then 20% of the missing health is going as ward per second. So that's why we have here around 4k damage. It's because of this unique passive stacked with another item that is going to give the same passive as well. Okay, so let's see the belt. The belt is a belt that is going to give us ward retention, and you have some of the money spent gain as ward as well. This belt is very good and also necessary for the build, because of the ward gain, ward generation per second. This all the generation ward per second is also going to increase the maximum ward that we have in our character. Okay. Also, one thing that I forgot to mention is that I put increased health on the chest. This is also going to help us to increase the maximum ward that we can achieve on our character. That's why I also have increased health on the belt as well. This is going to increase our maximum HP, and also is going to increase our maximum ward. Okay, doesn't matter if we keep it low life. That's how this build works, so don't worry on putting increased health. This is going to increase our maximum shield just right here. Okay, uh, the boots just have the same unique passive in the chest. Okay, uh, so the other passive is not good at all. The freeze H multiplier I don't use for this build, but it might stick for another build. I don't know, but I'm just here for the boots, just for the current missing health gain as a ward per second. Okay, that's what is going to make the maximum ward increase again. And also I just put health and increased health. Just try to find the best tier for the health increase, and also before putting these into your character, just test before you put. Like for instance, I have different items with health. Just let me try to find one. So for instance, I might find this helmet, for instance. Just grab this, and you'll have 18% increased health, and this one is giving 125. So you can just do a test. So just put the one that increased the percentage. As you can see, I have 3k. Okay, 3k and 58. And then with this belt I have 3.359. And if I put this one that is going to increase the health instead of a percentage, you can see that I achieve a lower health with this one. So I think, yes, as you can see, this one is better. It has a percentage, but it's increasing more HP than the one that's going to give us a flat health. Okay, so remember to test the items before going to the temporal sanctum and putting the status on this on the legendary one, the unique with the legendary potential. Okay. So the next one is the gloves. The gloves is a weaver's wheel as well. This item is going to increase our damage because it's going to increase 12% melee damage to high enemies, and it's also increasing the attack speed. So this is going to be good for us because Shadow Cascade has a node which increases the damage based on our attack speed. Okay, and you also can get health on the gloves, which is going to increase our maximum ward. Okay, for the relic, I got this one that increased the rogue skill, all the rogue skills levels by 1, and you also have one in a 6 chance to take 18 less damage per active shadow. So this is very useful for us to not get a lot of damage. Might hit kill, so we might be safe, more safe with this item. And also for the substats, focus on mana regeneration because this build needs a lot of mana regeneration. So build mana regeneration around 200%. So that's what I have here because you are going to need a lot of mana regeneration because Synchronized Strike consumes here 76 mana. Okay, so this is a lot of mana cost, but our combo is basically Synchronized Strike and then press Shadow Cascade. Okay, but yeah, as you can see, it's consuming a lot of mana, but I need a higher regeneration to keep spamming these all the time. Okay. Also remember to shift because shift recover our mana, but I'll explain this later. Also for the super weapon, we are using a dagger. This dagger is very good because it's also increasing 2 level of our dexterity skills. So basically it's going to increase all the skills from that. You can see that has a tag here of dexterity. Okay, so it's increasing 2 level of these skills, and also it has increased strike chance you have a parry chance, and then you have increased the melee attack speed, and you also have a lot of critical strike multiplier on the implicit effect. So this dagger is very good. And also I just put here, as you can see, a T7 increased melee attack speed, and plus it got a random chance to shock, which is not necessary. So focus on melee attack speed and physical damage. And for the helmet, I just put one that is going to increase the damage per active shadow with Shadow Cascade. I think this one might be one of the best damages, passive damages that we can find. So I found this is the best helmet. I just put increased health as well, mana, and that's all I think. And that's also going to give you dexterity, armor, and then plus 12. Yes, this is one is not useful because this one is falcon use only. And then we have the amulet. This is ominous. This is dropped by the Shade of Orobis. This is a very good one because this is going to basically cap almost all of your resistances. Okay, so this amulet here is capping 5 resistance at once. So this is very good, and also it increase 1 level to all of our skills, and this one also have increased mana regeneration. Okay, and for the idols, these are the main ones because this is increasing the damage per active shadow. Okay, as you can see, this is very good. I got this idol. It's increasing the damage of attacks used by shadows, and also increasing the damage per active shadow with Shadow Cascade, which is our main skill for this build. And unfortunately, I didn't got any another one of these, so I'm using this one, which increased the damage of attacks used by shadows, and it also gave into us increased attack, increased critical strike chance. And the other ones, you're going to focus on physical penetration, as you can see here, and the other status you are just going to put something to cap your resistances if you are missing something. Like here, I just put void because Omnis didn't give me much void resistance. It gave only 2%, which is very bad. But the other status that I got here from the Weaver is physical penetration, which is very good, so I can stick with this one. So I think that's it for the items. And then we have blessings. So I just showed on the Aberroth video for the blessings. There's no much more explanation here, just got what you need from the blessings. So for the skills, just let me show here that okay, I might remove the ominous, and then as you can see I have to level up all the skills again. Just let me see. Okay, damage, and then this one damage. Okay, so this is our 5 main skills. I'm going to explain how this works. So basically the Shadow Cascade, this is the main skill that is going to synchronize with Synchronized Strike. And so these are the 2 main skills for this build to deal damage. Okay, so basically which node you need to go first? Just go to mana, because this is one is the most important. Like especially if you are leveling up, you are going to need a lot of mana. And I also don't recommend just let's skip this part, but I'll explain when I go to Synchronized Strike. But go for mana here, and also you can go for Careful Assault, because this one also deals damage based on the exact number of shadows that you have. So Synchronized Strike is going to generate 4 shadows, as you can see here. It's at 4, so that's why it is at the maximum level, because it's going to increase 100% damage with a number of shadows of 4. So go get this, because this one is one of the most important. Also the area, which is going to increase to the area to hit all the enemies that is around the skills. As you can see, all the shadows is hitting the dummy, so this is what you need. But think that you are going to fight the boss, like for instance you might miss the Synchronized Strike, and then as you can see there, it's going only to have 3 hits, so area is important but not much. So trying to always hit the synchronized strike on the enemy, so you won't miss any shadow hits on the enemy. Okay. uh, Leverage momentum is the one that I said that's going to scale with melee attack speed. So only get this node if you have a high melee attack speed on your items. Otherwise, this won't work. Flow state. This is going to increase damage per sword per dagger. This is a must-have. And crushing darkness is going to increase the damage of Shadow Cascade. And the no attack speed scaling here is going only to apply the skill usability rate, like how fast can I use this just pressing the button. Okay, it's not affecting the damage with this node. Okay, so don't worry to getting this node right here. Also, the dagger dance, it's very useful just to have one. It's also to increase the damage and it's going to cause pierce on enemies. And why one? Because one enemy can be hit by only one dagger. That's why we only get 1 point at that. So I think that's all. This is also a very good. I just wanted to put more points into Carnage, but you can leave these for the last point that you might don't have the 26 points to put at first. So this is going just to increase the critical multiplier for this skill, and also if you have a lower critical strike chance, you can get this node to increase the base critical chance. Just for you guys to see, I have 80% of critical strike chance, which for me is a very good cap. You don't need more than that. Around 70 is also good, so don't worry about it. And this is my critical strike multiplier. Okay, so for Shadow Cascade, this is everything. For shift, we are primarily focusing on decreased cooldown, mana efficiency, chance to get a buff. Oh, sorry, this is not a chance. You getting 50 increased movement speed after you shifting. So when I shift, you can see my character run faster than normal. This is very useful. I also get mana. If you lack of mana, just focus on it, because this is very useful to restore a mana. And as you can see, this is also restoring 48 mana because we were always with below half health. So this is very useful. Get this as well to get invulnerability. And then when you get the Shurikens, just upgrade this one, because when you use shift, you're going to throw Shurikens. And also you can level up this one. When you shift, you can just cause Unseen Strike, and Unseen Strike can generate Shadow Dagger. And also can level up this one. When you shift, you also use Shadow Cascade, which is very useful for us. So when we shift, you see that it's going to automatically cast Shadow Cascade, and then it's going to automatically cast the Shurikens. Okay, Shurikens. Now you need to level up first this one, Floating Blades and Blade Armor. This is going to increase the armor, and this is going to make the blade shield last longer. So what is going to make the Shurikens spins is this blade shield. As you can see in the description, you now summon your Shurikens in a shield around you for 3 seconds. So basically all the Shurikens will be spinning around you, and you can just level up this to have a longer duration. And then for the Shurikens spinning around you, you're going to have a 30% increase in the armor. And you can also level this one. This is going to cause a physical shred chance for the Shurikens, which will increase our damage. And then you need to level up the pierce, because this is going to pierce all the enemies. Otherwise, when the Shurikens hit the enemies, it's going to automatically disappear. So this is a must-have. And I went to Bleed Chance just because we can have more bleed coming from another source. Okay, and you don't need flip of a coin because I tested many times and this is not stacking with shift when you shift, so you won't generate 4 additional shurikens. So this won't work unless that you put these into the skill bar and then you cast using this skill and then you have a chance this works, but it's not working with shift. So Synchronized Strike, as I said before, this is one of our main skills. Focus here on mana efficiency, okay? And then one of the most useful nodes is Dark Allies. This is going to create 2 more shadows, so it's going to significantly increase the shadow cascade damage. So remember to only level up this careful assault based on the number of shadows that you can generate with Synchronized Strike. So Synchronized Strike base skill generates only 2 shadows, and then when you upgrade Dark Allies you're going to create +2, which is resulting on 4 shadows. Okay. What else? This is a very good node to level up when you're fighting bosses, because this is going to cause the shadows to jump inward the target. Like I'm going to use it on front of me. As you can see, you can see the position that is going to have the shadows, right? So it's getting closer to the target. So with this you can hit all the shadow cascades with the Synchronized Strike. Okay, so this is a must have for one single target only, because if you don't level up this skill, just let me show you quickly. You can see the shadows are going to appear very separately, and this and with that you might not hit the target, okay, with all the 4 shadows. So as you could see, the previous one, the shadows was closer to the target, so it might hit all the shadow cascade. As you can see, it's not hitting every time. So remember to get this one for single targets. If you are leveling up, don't worry, you can just stick with this one. This is not change anything for you when you are leveling up and farming mobs. Okay. You can also level up this one. Synchronized Strike inflicts enemies with the Shadow Dagger. This is very useful for us to give him more damage, and as you can see, Shadow Daggers, it's dealing around 30k damage. Okay. Here is also a very important note for you to level up, because this is increasing the shadow damage. And I just leveled this up for us to have a bleed chance and a chance to shred the physical resistance of an enemy, and this one is going to grant us a Crimson Shroud. Okay. And also just one level up here to have a chance also to inflict enemies with a critical vulnerability, and this is going to increase us our attack speed, which is going to stack with this passive here of leveraged momentum of Shadow Cascade. And so for the next one is Smoke Bomb. Smoke Bomb is just a support skill and also going to increase our damage based on this. For each second that you stay in the smoke, you are going to have 20 more melee damage and 20 more throwing damage. So when I put here, as you can see, my damage is increasing. So it's also increasing a lot of our damage as well. So just let's do a quick test here. As you can see, I'm already hitting 1,000,000 of damage of each Shadow Cascade. Okay, so it's very important, this Smoke Bomb, because it's increasing our damage and it's causing armor shred on enemies with this one. And here it's a frequency of how much is going to increase the armor shred, and also Smoke Bomb can inflict a stack of Shadow Dagger. Okay, so you can just level up 4 to duration, and I just level up these also to apply frailty, which decrease the enemy's damage, and also here just to generate us the shroud, which might be useful. Okay, and I think that's all for the skills. Just let me check on something. We can just go to the passives now. The passives is a little bit tricky here, just but pay attention because you're going to need some specific nodes here in order to active a greater damage. Okay, so basically here you can get the attack speed. It's going to increase the physical damage and attack speed for us. Get this because this is mandatory for this build if you want to equip a sword and a dagger. Evasion, here you are going to take less damage while moving, and agility, you have a chance to gain haste for 1 second on hit. Okay, and also it's going to increase damage based on our movement speed, so you can level up this at maximum. You can get some points on here. This is not mandatory. Okay, this is for more survivability. Just level this one if you have a lower mana regeneration hate, or if you are lacking of mana, because this one is going to restore our mana based on a skill that costs 0 mana. So I always leave here puncture. So with puncture, as you can see, when I hit, just let me spend some mana. So as you can see, puncture is really restoring our mana a lot. So as you can see now, my Aberroth 5, I use these to restore mana when I keep spending too much Synchronized Strike and Shadow Cascade. Okay, so when I run out of mana, I just basic attack to restore mana. So this is very useful for us to have, right? So just level up this one. If you need mana generation, and then you can use puncture to generate mana, but if you want you can use another skill like Cinder Strike or Flurry as well. Okay, but I enjoy the puncture skill. Here you can increase your critical strike chance per sword and per dagger equipped. So just level up if you are lacking of critical strike chance. Okay, and then you can jump to the Bladedancer. Here are ones that you're going to need to have to level up. So level up 5, 5, and 1, because you need some points here to jump to another node. So basically get these to get 5 dexterity. This one get 5 points to get the increased movement speed, and also you're going to have increased melee damage. And these ones you generate a stack of flow whenever you use a unique skill. So with these you can level up rhythm, that generating a stack of flow increases your melee and your throwing attack speed. So whenever I get a stack, I can have 5% plus melee attack speed. Okay, and also this buff can stack, that's why it's very good here. And the level we increase only the buff duration, so it's not necessarily many points here. These increase the melee physical damage, so I level up it here at maximum. It's also increase our dodge hating if we've been hit recently. And this node is very good for us, but unfortunately we gain health when we create a shadow, so that's why we don't level up this passive here. It's increasing the shadow damage, but unfortunately it's giving us health, and for this low health build this won't work because we are going to have maximum HP all the time, because we are spamming all the time with the Synchronized Strike and Shadow Cascade. So we are always generating shadows, so we will always be restoring life with this node right here. So for this build this won't work, so that's it. And Veil of the Night you can increase all level, because this is going to increase the melee attack speed and also giving us a higher shroud chance. This one to increase the damage while dual wielding, and also 5 points just for increased attack speed while dual wielding. Okay, and then we have the following notes just to increase us also our critical strike chance, because as you can see at first here, we have a critical increased critical chance with a sword and a dagger. Okay, also on Pact you can just level 1 because we are going to need maximum points on perfection. Perfection is a passive that you receive when you use an immediate attack. Okay, so basically just attacking here, we are stacking perfection, as you can see. Okay, puncture, I'm going to stack 1, so the maximum stat, the maximum stacks is 10. So what this is going to do, this is going to increase our damage based on the stack of perfection. So at 10 stacks we can have 100% increased damage, so this is very useful. And then the confidence also increase our armor per 50 per stacks, and also increase our dodge rating 50 per stack. So at maximum stacks is going to increase 500 of each, so this is very good. Here I just put 1 point at critical eye and maximum point of all in, because this is increasing our critical strike multiplier. So this is basically the critical strike damage. Okay, multipliers means damage. And also the death door, this is for, or this is one of the main nodes for this build, because this is increasing our multiplier damage based on low health. Okay, so while at low health you take less damage and you have increased additional critical strike multiplier. Okay, so that's it. This is the buff that we have here, that's door. Okay, so as you can see here, it's always at maximum. Even when you use HP, as you can see, this lasts for some seconds, and then when I go low HP again, as you can see, this is going to be always active. That's the aura around my chart right here. And then Shadow Master, this is very important. This is going to increase the shadow damage, and also this one Spellbreaker is for increased frail chance and also mana regeneration. And I just got 2 points here at Falconer, so we have a chance to gain haste when a hit, when our hit hits an enemy, so we have a chance to gain haste. Okay, that's all for this build. I hope you guys like it. Please leave a comment. If you have any doubt, it will be a pleasure to help you guys for anything that you might want to ask for this build. So this is what I got so far, but I'm not planning to progress anymore with this build, because as I said, I want to kill Aberroth, but I don't think that I will be able to kill Aberroth with this build. But this was a very fun build that I was playing since I created this character. This is very fast. This is very amazing to play. I really love the play with faster character, and I love this build because we have a high AoE with this skill, which is fast to cast, and we have this is a very high damage. This is a very decent damage. The only problem with build is the mana regeneration, but as I said, you can use puncture to restore mana. So if you're lacking mana, you can just rely on puncture. Just make sure that you have a higher melee attack speed, because if you don't have a high melee attack speed, this is going to be very annoying. Okay, so I hope you guys like it. So thank you so much, and until the next one.